Everybody, how we doing? All right, today's Saturday. Namaste, welcome to me, or my channel, welcome to me. That's interesting. I don't edit this. I'm straight up live, and that's the way I like it. So good morning, everybody. How you doing? Welcome to Victoria's Connections. Let me explain myself just a little bit because it's the weekend and I'm hoping more more people to see this. So I work with your teams. Every morning I come up here about 9:15, something like that. And I allow the teams, your angels, ancestors, guides, all your loved ones come in and connect with my main guide, if you will. And it's the whispers of the messages that we're going to give you today. Okay? What you need to hear for the gift of the present, the now, whenever you see this, is when you're supposed to see it. All right? That's the way it works with me. I am an empath, evidential medium, and energy healer. I work with all souls. I'm here with love, the intention of love, and the intention of treating others the way I like to be treated. So whatever I do here is the way I like to be treated. All right. So let's move forward. And so it is. I put my little introduction, and it will come out later because I have nobody here, but that doesn't matter to me. I've put it out there. So let's move forward and get the vibration of the day. What is the vibration of today? I'm waiting for somebody. I can't get a vibration unless I have somebody. So maybe I should. What's up, little ones? All right, maybe I'm not going to do a live. Maybe I'll say, yeah. Well, hi. So, hi. I was just going to say maybe I won't do a live. I was waiting a couple of minutes for people to come on. So, hi. Welcome to Victoria's Connections. All right. So, somebody's here, and that's all I need is one person. It's all good. Please say hello. How are you doing? Because I knew I was going to get different people today because today's Saturday. Welcome to Victoria's Connections, baby. I'm Victoria. I work with all of our teams. Each and every morning come in with me. My face gets hot and it's ready. We're ready to move forward. So how are you doing? Welcome, welcome. Say hi, whoever's here. That went from 1 to 8. So everybody's coming on. All right, let's get the vibration for today, my lovelies. Let's get the vibration. You know, it's funny. I was like, where is everybody? It's Saturday. I would think, yeah, so here we are. I hope I'm doing this better today as every day gets better and better for me. Yeah, because it's just so much easier. I look at you all who come in. I feel your energies and know you're just ready to hear what we have to say. So good morning. Good morning, Kathleen. How you doing? Lori, hi. How you doing? Come say good morning to me. That's why I put the live chat on. And remember, I go by one rule. Treat others the way you like to be treated, okay? It is really that simple, okay? So if you're going to put something silly on here, make sure you like what you're going to say. All right. Let's get that beautiful vibration for all that is coming now and whenever they come in. The heart. And speaking your truth. That is the throat chakra. Blue is for the throat chakra. So love what you say. Breathe before you speak. Be direct in all that you say. All right? That is the vibration for today. Whatever we're going to hear today is about the gift of now whenever you come and see me. All right? Let's get the catalyst for today, and that is what's going to bring this read together. And it always corresponds, my lovelies. I can't even begin to tell you. So when Watch through as much as you choose to. All right, let's get the catalyst for today. It's time to go into our sacred spaces to reflect and release what no longer serves or what we just need to see. That's all good, babies. I'm just waiting. Okay, reflect and release. Go to these sacred spaces. Yeah, that's when we look in the mirror and we look how far we've come. How far we've come. Sacred spaces, or wherever it is that you're closest to Mother Earth, wherever you feel the most comfortable, so you can reflect and release. Look back on the week, my loves. Look back on your week. What has your week brought you? Go into that sacred space, wherever it is, whether it's planting. Today I'm going to clean out a garden, one of my beds. And it is the last one I need to do, but I really want to get it done. So, and it's placed with earth. And all I do is create and think. And this is the close down of winter. You know, this is us getting ready for winter. So, the next season is coming upon us. That is why they tell you, reflect and release. What have you learned? Where are you going? What are you looking forward to? And look at how much you have grown. All right, and so it is. Let's move on forward. All right, my lovely. So we're going to go right away to the ancient ones, the ancestors and the spirit guides, guardians of the four corners, Mother in earth, Father in the sky, angels, ancestors, and sacred ones. I call on you and I welcome you here in the now. I set the intention that whatever lessons are learned from this tool will be dedicated to the growth of all beings in all places. And so it is. And so it is. All right, my lovelies. Let's see what our angels, ancestors, and guides have to say for the gift of the now. Whenever you see this. Because that is the gift of the now. All right, my lovelies? All right, let's see where we're going today. Please share these videos, like and subscribe, because I'm really trying to grow a little bit as I'm learning. Today I want to try to learn a little bit on how to change my picture and see if we can do something with that. Yes, and I'm going to absolutely do air, earth, fire, and water with the tokens on a short today. This is concentrating on the cards and what all the different energies have for us this morning. For the gift of today, my lovelies, the gift of the present, whenever you come in, morning, noon, or night, when you are, because I don't chase my lovelies, I attract. And that is why I tell you, whenever you watch me, it is going to be something you need to hear in some form or fashion. And so it is. All right, we're ready, Jordan, we're ready. Let me take a sip of water, my loves. No coffee. I love my coffee, but I gotta drink more water. I try, I do better, especially when I'm gonna work outside. I do better, I try. Because I'm hearing in my head, you could do a lot better. Yeah, they don't mess with me. And I'm all right with telling. I'm all right with telling my story. That is, I'm a good teacher and I practice what I preach. And this is also, listen, when we go out to the forest and we go out to places that make us feel good, the sacred spaces is we're telling you to go today. To the sacred spaces so you can reflect and release all of this week. Look at what you've learned. Look at what you don't like, what you do like. There's the yin and yang of life, my lovelies. Everything is about the yin and yang of life. The flow, the ebb and flow. All right? Let's see where we're going. Let's see where we're going. Exactly, because it's always about moving forward in every aspect. Change is relevant. It happens every day. You just don't notice it like you notice the big ones, you know. But if you look around you, there's change every day. We're asking you to go to sacred spaces and look at what this week has brought to you. All right, there we go. I'm ready. Oh, they'll clump them. They just throw them, babies. Don't worry when they're ready. Life is a journey, my loves. It is not a run. You see, there's a slider. Let's see if we have any more coming. What else do we need to know, Jordan? Just for the gift of the present, please. There you go. Once again. Oh, wow. 3 cards. Yep, there's the 4. Thank you. First, second, third, and fourth. Okay. What's the first? Okay. Okay, first of all, shift your perception. You see what I'm saying? Reflect and release. That's shifting our perception. That is why they ask you to do that, the air guardian. Okay? Shift your perception so you can harness. And this has been coming up every day. The male or the feminine or the masculine energy of the high priestess or the high priest. Yesterday was the high priest. This is about all that come and see me. Whatever you associate with, your masculine or your feminine energy or both, which I would appreciate if you all did, because we are both. The yin and yang, we are both. We are all. We are, all right? So you can harness the mystical power within you. And that is where we take charge with authority. So we can. Remember, baby, we are all mystical beings. We all have gifts. God doesn't leave us without gifts. You open up to them. Pay attention to them. And it's called chakras. From the crown to the root chakra. Please get to know your chakras, my lovelies. And look through them. Look at them. See who they are and all the power they hold. Okay? There is the root chakras, the feminine and masculine chakra, which is the orange, the solar plex, the heart chakra, the throat chakra, the third eye, and the crown, my lovelies. Find them. Learn them. They're a very powerful tool for you, for your own being on your own path. Followed by take charge with authority, because it's all within you, babies. That's what they're trying. Shift your perception. Listen, it's not consciousness. It's state of being. Because whatever you have coming at you, if you come from a place of love, if you take charge with authority, you can do anything. Infinite possibilities. And the last and not least, you are not alone. Mind, body, spirit, your whole self. You are not alone. Your guardian angel is right by your side each and every day. Okay? Each and every day, my lovelies. Don't ever think they're not. They are and always will be. All right? Let's move forward. I want you to get the different perceptions. Look at, and that's what is so funny, because they said shift your perception, is what I'm trying to say. It's, you see, when we walk in life, we make choices. Do we see it? When, you know how they say ignorance is bliss? It is in its own form, you know? Be aware of your surroundings, but don't engage in things that you can't change or worry about. Move forward. All right? If these gave you your messages that you needed to hear for today, feel free to ebb and flow, because we have more decks and more people, and it's Saturday, and I'm hoping to touch more people. And if you do like and you're not subscribed, please subscribe. Thank you. All right, let's move forward, my lovelies, and see where we're going. All right? That is from our guardians, our team. We all have them. Let's, that's last. Okay. Let's talk about all that we want to do. We are all sacred dreamers, dreaming the world into being. We are all sacred dreamers, dreaming the world into being. We are all sacred dreamers, dreaming the world into being. Now, this is the Shaman's Dream deck. Remember, I'm going to put out 3 different perceptions each day. So feel free. Good morning, everybody. Oh, I finally get to see you. Good morning, Quinn. Good morning, my lovelies. Nathan, hi. You see, they only come for a second. Hi, everybody. How are we doing? Okay, they only come for a second. I'm so happy that you came in. So we are all sacred dreamers, dreaming the world into being. Okay? Let's see what we got. So for those people who came in later, I just want to put out there the vibration of the day is to speak our truth in the most heartfelt ways, okay? Because you need to go into the sacred spaces so we can reflect and release. That is the catalyst for this read, all right? And if you watch later, you'll see how that first deck is so relevant. People who come on absolutely know who I am and how I work. So trust. Just trust in the all divine that is always surrounding you with a team of beautiful players that guide you. Are you willing to listen? Are you willing to see the signs that they show you each and every day? Because the veil is thinning and you're going to feel them more and more. That beauty, they just showed me the feather that you find, that wonderful dime, the penny. Oh, where did that come from? The beautiful thing, the message that you're going to see. You're looking for something and you see it. That's them, that's your guides. The thing that drops and just misses your toe. Oh my gosh, that is your angels that are around you. Oh my God, see how that works? Oh my gosh, do you see how that works, baby? Oh my gosh, so they flew 3 cards. And let's see how they're going to do this. Yeah. Okay, so it's the 3 cards, and whatever the 4th card is on the bottom of the deck. And that's the way it works for me. Now, how crazy. So let's get on with this. This is very interesting. Very interesting. From we are all sacred dreamers, dreaming the world into being. Okay? The Wailing Tree. Reconciliations. Reconciliations. 59. That's only the first card, my lovelies. Hold on. They told me to absolutely say that to you. Okay? It's the first card. Let's get through this because everything is coming, my lovelies. Okay? Ready? When you encounter the Wailing Tree on your path, it's an invitation to stay a while and regroup. What I just finished telling you, the sacred spaces. I told you these tokens are relevant for the read. Always relevant, okay? Whatever you need to hear, each deck will tell you what you need to hear if you choose to hear. And you're all going to come in and out today, is the way they tell me. So just listen to whatever makes sense to you in the perception that makes you feel the message, because you will feel it if it's meant for you. All right, my lovelies. All right. The Wailing Tree comes first. And just don't let, that's the illusion. That is the illusion, is what I just heard to say. Okay? It's an invitation to stay a while, regroup, a place to rest and allow yourself to say goodbye to what no longer serves. All right? You may have been overdoing things, working too hard or putting too much effort into your life with little reward. If you've been considering making a change, now is the time to do so. One important thing to consider before you make any changes is that you need to allow yourself to feel your disappointment, your loss, and mourn what was and what could be. This is the way to honor your experience, to give yourself time to consider all the gifts in it. Because, my lovelies, the universe doesn't put anything on your path that has only one thing. You're going to learn from it in some form or fashion. Whether we like it or not. Whether we like it or not, because we want to learn the things that don't serve us and don't feel good. And the only way we can learn that is through the experience, all right? That's why they say one important thing to consider before making any changes is that you need to allow yourself to feel the disappointment, whatever you need to go through in any form, all right? All right. This way you honor your experience, to give yourself time to consider all the gifts in it, to put proper closure on it, to really know what you've learned as you walk away from it and into something new. Even in the perception of failure, there is much good to be discovered. However, skipping the stages of loss doesn't get you there any closer, any faster. In fact, you will discover that you have to come back at some point. So do it all now. Look at it all squarely and honestly, and stay with your feelings. All right, my lovelies, stay with them. Life is not either or, both, this, that, or anything. So as you dive into process this, allow it to become a temporary travel companion. Temporary. And they are emphasis on temporary. Because it is the gift of the present. All these messages is for the gift of the present. The now when you see me, okay? Okay? The feelings that this will bring to the surface will be challenging for sure. Yet, like all things, this will pass soon enough, and you will be more enriched by the experience. All right? Because look at the following up of this. The benefactor, grace and generosity is on your path as well for the gift of the present. Number 3, and look at this little mousy with his little love. Yes, baby, this is a good, everything has its shadow and we illuminate it. You have to, because that is the experience that we come into, all right? Now, look what followed. When the benefactor weaves her energy into your life, that's why I tell you, I know these cards, babies. I've been working with them, you know, and wait till you see, that's what I'm saying. What do you get the whole message from each of the decks will give each and everybody who needs to hear the whole message. I believe in free will. I believe in all of that. The universe wants to let you know that you just as you have been generous with others, serving with your gifts, even in the smallest capacity, which, my lovelies, is a smile. Okay? So will you be rewarded in matriot of ways. The most beautiful gift the benefactor gives you is the recognition that you are stewarding and sharing abundance on behalf of a higher source. Absolutely, baby. I am a spark, and I have it tattooed. I got to be honest with you. I am a spark of the divine light and love. And I am here to uplift each and every soul that I can in the now. All right? So, the higher source, one that is always working through you. I tell you, we are all a spark of the divine source. The one source, the one force, okay? The motives of your generosity to you, as well as yours to others, are intangible. Although you may see the results reflected in the material world, the benefactor reminds you that it is in the purity of your desires to share without the need for give without any expecting anything in return. Because I don't. And we all know I don't. You know? But I also believe in the give and take of life. And that's why I always say abundance flows through me. Because all that is given is I give back out. And that is the abundance of life, my lovelies. That is the abundance. The love, the caring, the just hugging somebody and reminding them they're seen. Each and every one of you are seen through my eyes. That's why I always say namaste, because I will feel you. I am an energy healer. I feel everybody's energies. All right? The paradox, your initial generosity is reciprocated tenfold. And it is, with all my beautiful gifts of what I find in my beautiful Salvation Army and all that places. I found this brand new pair of sneakers, like made for me yesterday for $5.50. That is the gifts that I love getting from the universe. Here, baby, here's one. Here's another. Look at this cute little eyeglass holder. And it's made of this really soft protective material. You listen, you can't even hear it. $1.50, $1.25, $1.50. These are my gifts. You see, I love all that. Life is simple. Simplicity is the ebb and flow of life. And that is where we want you flowing, okay? The generosity of the simple smile. Do it just because. And the benefactor will give you her blessing. You don't have to have a reason. And listen, I got to be honest with you. My gift giving, my favorite gift giving is for no reason. Why? Why do you need a reason to give something? You don't. It is more appreciated when there is no reason. Like, oh, you thought of me. That's the best. Like, I truly do treat others the way I want to be treated, my lovelies. That is why I live in that beautiful ebb and flow. More so each and every day. More so each and every day. And look what finds us. Number 35, the lost compass. Getting back to the integrity of love, the integrity of your being. 35. When the lost compass appears, it is a sign that you need to find your way back home. That is why they told you to go into those sacred spaces to reflect and release and go back home into that beautiful peace and serenity. Okay? With whatever happened in this week. All right? The gift of the now. All right. It is a sign that you need to find your way back home, back to your source and center. Rely on your intuition to arrive there. Be wary of the signs telling you to turn here or there, or to avoid this or that person or situations, because the outward indicators are not reliable right now. Be careful not to believe all the advice you are receiving. Rely instead on your innate sense of direction and guidance, and use your homing instincts to lead you true. The lost compass come to show you that you need to find new counselors. You are not getting the mentoring you need for your success. Who is that person you are looking up to be as a model? For what it means to be a woman or a man. Trash that idea. Tear up the picture you carry in your mind. You are meant to be you, not the best copy of your dearest friend. Make this a mantra. Love me or leave me. You must love you, my lovelies. You are perfect in all your imperfections. And so it is. And I see 3-3, and it's all about numbers for me. Look at the number 3-3, okay? It's our biggest brother's went home. Biggest brother, my eldest brother I call him. Jeshua, Jesus, 33. Love me or leave me. Okay? The lost compass is a blessing in disguise because you sometimes have to lose your bearings and find yourself afresh to discover a new course. Something that tastes better, my friends. True north never changes, so reset your way to your heart's compass and trust your deepest feelings even when others do not support them. They're not walking on your path, in your path, or with you unless your free will brings them. All right? Remember that you are not lost. You simply do not know where you are going right now. Lost is a state of mind. Not knowing where you're going is an opportunity to find a way, a new path, a new direction. What is the last card of this? I'm telling you, I'm interested. The new direction is right in front of you, my lovelies. The Woodwives. Oh my God. Adaptability. It's all within you. Adaptability. It is all within you, the Woodwives. Oh my God. Yes, it is, my lovelies. It is all within us. I keep saying it. Oh my gosh. Look, isn't she just beautiful? I wish you could see her like I could see her. Look at the star. Look. All of Mother Earth, the Woodwives. The trees. I am a tree, all I need will come to me. She is a part of the tree. And that is the tree of life, my love, is what I just heard in my head. You know, they actually just showed me like our bodies are the food for the trees when we die. Our vehicle is left here as food for the trees. What a beautiful concept, isn't it? What a beautiful concept. Because we truly are. Ashes to ashes. You know, it just is a beautiful thing. Let me read this to us so we can move forward with the next stack. Yeah, that's why I want to come live on the weekends. Yeah, just to get to know more people. Yes, and for you guys to experience what we experience each and every morning. All right. I usually don't read them all, but it's the weekend and I'm reading them for more clarification. And remember, to the beginning is to speak your truth with your heart. To speak your truth with your heart. And go into those sacred spaces so you can reflect and release. That is the catalyst of today, the day of the present, whenever you see this video. All right? The Woodwives dance into your dreams as a reminder to be grounded no matter what life offers you. You need to know who you are, what you'll tolerate. This is why I tell you about the so-called mistakes or the so-called I made. Yeah, no. It's just showing you what you don't want, my loves. Okay. The things you will or will not tolerate, you must speak them. Okay? That's why she comes out. Okay. Speak from the heart, though, because we get so much more with honey than we do with vinegar. All right? It's looking at things in both aspects. All right? What you've learned to date and what boundaries to set so you feel good about yourself. Life is going to offer you something extraordinary now. And in order to learn and receive its blessings, you must remember that being grounded gives you more freedom. More freedom, not less, my loves. You have everything you need. You have all it takes to do this right now. If you also keep reminding yourself to be flexible. The ebb and flow of life, my loves. You will be amazed how well things play out for you. The Woodwives are both wisdom keepers and the students of the new world. And where do you think we all are going? Into the new world. Because we are what we believe, babies. What do you believe? I believe in the new world. I believe we are all love. All right? The Woodwives are both wisdom keepers and the students of the new world. As these forest spirits have an uncanny ability to adapt to changing circumstances and always find the perfect way to grow and expand. They represent what you already know how to do. Learn. Be in beginner's mind. And that is where I am here. This is my expansion. That is, I am in the beginner's mind. I'm ready to learn and get to know and see how all this grows, how I'm going to grow in the world. Learn, be in a beginner's mind. Let go of your rigid notions of how things should be and be present to what is right now, the unencumbered by your projections. The unencumbered by your projections. Is there a storm brewing because things need to change? Question. No worries. Nothing can uproot you now. It's like you see things the way they are and there's no going back. Because honestly, that is how we're going to that new world. Because we're seeing the better. We're seeing things in a different perception. Okay? Perhaps you've been given, okay? No worries, nothing can uproot you now, and it will pass, and you will dance with nature and move with it in all. Perhaps you've been given an opportunity to take a chance on something new, and you're not sure how far you can go without losing your footing. Have no fear. All right, babies, we can't. Fear is an obstacle. I always make it as small as a pebble. Walk through it, walk past it, walk on it. Just put it right back in the ground, on your path. Have no fear, for when you remember your roots, your integrity, your authentic self, you can stretch yourself beyond the invisible line you drew. Go for it. You will be so glad you did. That is the message of the now, my lovelies. Okay? Remember the wailing tree, getting back the grace and generosity of the benefactor, getting back to your integrity of where you truly want to go. Because you can adapt to anything. You can adapt to anything. All the power is within us, babies. Please learn your chakras. Please. Okay? Because they're very important. They're your power sources. And you know, learn how to ground into Mother Earth. I tell you, she is red. She's at the base of your buttocks. Okay, she's at your hips. Watch that. Just put that root of you in her. And just sit there and listen to the air. Now is the perfect time. This is the perfect weather where I'm at. I don't know where you're at. And go within. Go to that sacred space. All right. That's only 2 decks, my lovelies. And I'm already at 38 minutes. But it doesn't matter. I think that's all we're going to do here. I think I'm going to make a short for people that want to do the shorts and do the animals. That's what I think I'm going to do. Because we really have gotten the messages we need to hear for today, for the now, the gift of the present, whenever we choose to see this. So, if you choose to watch the other one about our spirit animals, feel free. I'm just going to make a simple short of it. And I'm going to make a simple short also of the air, earth, fire, and water. All right, that's my little thing for today. I thank you all, and I can't wait to see you on the tomorrow. Peace out and namaste, my lovelies.